Good morning. Today's video is 10 life hacks or small little things that you can implement into your life that make things easier and better. Stick around for number 10 because that's one that I think is really important. So let's see which ones you find the most interesting. And just a quick note on why I'm wearing black. We had an event at school. I'm actually at school this morning, so I had to wear black. So I don't normally wear a black shirt and black tie, but we had an event because the king's mother passed away in Thailand, so that's the reason for wearing black. All right, so let's get into it. Number one is what I call water first. This one is a good example of how I try to do these things, but sometimes I don't. And part of the reason why I'm making this video is to try and remind myself to do these as well. So this is a good example. So water first. What is water first? Before you want to do anything, drink some water. So have a cup of coffee, drink some water. Wake up in the morning, have some water. Feeling a bit hungry and need a snack, drink some water. This, for one, means that you drink more water in the day, or I drink more water in the day. And two, sometimes it will stop me from snacking because I realize that I'm actually hungry, I'm actually thirsty rather than hungry. So that's number one, is water first. Before doing anything, drink some water. Number two is a bit of dopamine control. I find myself wanting to buy things. I'm a bit of an online shopper. So what I try and do is just make one purchase per month. So for instance, at the moment, I'm really into fountain pens, so I'll limit myself to one fountain pen and one ink per month. Number three is establish routines. My morning routine is very established, but I try and have little routines throughout the day. I really like having my morning routine, I have my bedtime routine, but I also have a routine of like what I do when I first get to my desk in the mornings. So number three is make routines. Number four, it's quite similar, but it's like habit stacking. So for instance, every morning when I go to the toilet, I'm quite a regular guy, so I make sure that I spend 5 minutes studying Thai. I use an app called Drop, and that's a 5-minute long thing. So every morning when I go to the toilet, I do 5 minutes of Thai study. So that's kind of an example of habit stacking. For instance, I'm trying to take supplements, so whenever I finish my dinner, I'll then make sure that I have a supplement. So habit stacking is a good thing, which is number four. Number five is have a home for things, but also color code them. So for instance, I really like these pens, so I've got quite a few of them. The home for this pen is always on this notebook, and then it's color coded. So it's black for the black notebook. I've got another one here which is color-coded yellow, which is my desk organizer at the office. So the things that you like to use, make sure that you have a good home for them, and also create a color coding system which means that you always remember which pen goes where. Number six is write down your thoughts. I always carry a notebook. This is my work one. I've got one for home. I've got an ideas notebook. I've got many notebooks, but I always make sure that I have some sort of notebook on me, and if I have an idea, if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. So by making sure that I write them down, writing down my thoughts somewhere means that I always remember them. So this is something that I've got quite good at recently. I've not always been good at it, but it's something that I've been working on this year, and that work is now paying off. I don't know what I would do without a pocket notebook now. Number 7 is go to bed an hour earlier than when you want to go to sleep. I find this really works. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I want 8 hours sleep a day, so I need to be asleep by 8 o'clock, which means that I start my bedtime routine at 7 o'clock. Quite a quick one there. Number 8 is find favourites. Find favourites for everything. As I said, this is my favourite gel pen. It's a Uniball. I've got a video on that if you want to check it out. I love these pens. So these are my favourite pens. I've also got a favourite coffee cup. I've got a favourite way of making coffee. So just find things that you like and sort of keep buying them. For instance, this is why I'm kind of make this channel, is I'm trying to find favourites for a lot of other things, like my favourite notebooks, my favourite fountain pens, which I haven't found yet, but I'll share them with you when I do find them. Number 9 is wear labels. Label theory is quite an interesting thing, which is kind of to do with like students and how they see themselves. But these can be negative or they can be positive. I like to try and wear 3 main labels. The first one being a family man. That's the most important label to me, is I'm a family man. I want to make sure that I'm spending time with my wife and my 2 kids. The next label is definitely a challenge for me. It's something that I really try and do, but it's wearing the label of being healthy. I'm a healthy person. If I'm wanting to treat myself to a snack, I'll try and remind myself of the label that I'm a healthy person. I want to go for an exercise rather than sit around and eat snacks, which I really do want to do. And the third label is a lifelong learner. I always want to be learning new things and trying to do new things. So that's my third label, is a lifelong learner. So I would challenge you to try and think of some labels for you to wear. So that's the 9th one, is wear label. Number 10 is find your people. One of the reasons why I'm starting this channel is that I kind of want to find people to nerd out about stationery and to find sort of fellow people to do with that. But I've always embraced the communities that I'm interested in. I come from like the hobby of juggling, so I went out and find the people that are also into juggling and specific type of juggling called poi. So that was something that I had to do, is I had to find people that had that same interest. So that is something that's very important, is finding your people, finding the people that have the same interests in you. Yeah, I would fully recommend it. Find your people. Well, I hope you found those 10 little life hacks or small little improvements that you can make useful. If you have any ones that you thought were great, or any ones that you want to advise me on, please write them in the comments. I also recently made a video about 5 things that I do to stop myself from scrolling, so maybe that would be of interest, so go and check that out. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow.